Pardon me, pass the safe before I blaze the place. Get 2 shots just in case. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. 1 2 1 2. Hold on. Hold on. Make sure y'all hit the like button coming through the door. Hold on a minute. Hit the like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button coming through the door, man. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Hold on. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. You can hear me, Miss Queenie? What's up, Miss Queenie? Everybody can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. 1 2 1 2. Yes. What's up, Sexy 60? What's up, Trees? Y'all make sure y'all join me on Twitch. Twitch.tv. If you're not following me on Twitch, make sure. Where's the like button on Twitch? That's a good question. It might just be like a thumbs up or what have you. But on Twitch, make sure you follow me on Twitch and subscribe to the live, because YouTube, you're not going to get the whole entire live. You subscribe to the live. What's going on, Trees? Subscribe to the live on Twitch so you can get the whole thing. Little lunchtime live here, because I'm on fire on Twitter right now. And I wanted to use some of these Twitter conversations to catapult the conversations on, right, on the show. So there's a lot of people. I'm like I said, man, I'm gonna be straight into posting facts, and people read facts and they get upset. You know what I mean? They get upset. Shout out to my boy Darius. Oh, Darius is funny. Shout out. So we're still in this Beyonce Rihanna conversation. All right. We also, Cardi B, we seen people like Armand Wigworm flip flopping, talking about her numbers. The numbers are officially in. The numbers are from touring data. Now, a lot of people, used to go by touring data. They used to say that touring data, right? They used to say that touring data was the Bible. right now that touring data don't really fit their narrative, now they saying touring data is fake. So y'all just make sure, I want to make sure everybody can hear me. If you can hear me on Twitch, hear me on X, and hear me on the IE network on YouTube. So we're gonna be talking about that. The girls are fighting. There is a some sort of there's some sort of battle going on that I had no idea about. What's up, Brooklyn's in the chat, right? There's some sort of battle. Hold on, let me make sure no one calls me. So there's some sort of fight going on with Megan Thee Stallion and Sexy Red. So a lot of people saying that Sexy Red is out here shading Megan Thee Stallion, and then something about Glorilla, who's also fell out with Megan Thee Stallion. She's got a new record with Lotto, and it was wild. It's wild. And then my Jay-Z argument's going crazy on Twitter. Most people are agreeing with me because, people are agreeing with facts. I'm here to bust up that narrative about that you always see people starting. I see that Colin Kaepernick's wife or fiance, I don't know if he ever married her, Nessa, she tried to run with the narrative that people were saying that Jay-Z sold out Colin Kaepernick. And I'm just here telling the truth. All right? I'm just here telling the truth. Um, I was tired of seeing that narrative, just like I'm tired of seeing the narrative about Drake fucked Wayne's girl. We gonna go over that too. Tired of that. I just heard Ish on the Joe Button podcast saying, "Yeah, Wayne, I can see Drake being in, apology mode and making amends with a lot of people. Wayne ain't really on his own. Wayne's messing because he smashed Wayne's girl. First of all, that was years ago. Drake and Wayne done patched things up since then. All right, it's telling me my mic is not y'all. Okay, what about now? What about now? Can y'all hear me now? What about now? Yes. Okay. Great. So we got this bullshit complex, and this says a lot without saying anything. We had also had this bullshit complex uh list come out with the greatest rappers alive. J. Cole was one, Drake was two, Kendrick was three. But on the women, they had Cardi B as the greatest female rapper alive right now. Now, I don't know whether they meant active because they had her ahead of Lauryn Hill, they had her ahead of Lil Kim, they had her ahead of Nicki. They even put Nicki Minaj on the list, and I think I have a reason for that, right? I think I have a reason for that, and I'll go over what my reason is. But Cardi B can't be your top female rapper in 2026. It's crazy. And I love Cardi B. Then someone also made a comment about Lotto and Cardi B and said, and I told y'all when this happened, I told y'all this was going to be a problem. So somebody said even about Lotto, oh, didn't Cardi B apologize to Lotto? What that mean? What that mean? That don't mean nothing. Because, and a lot of Cardi B fans got mad at me when I was talking about this. But, hold on. Just because, just because she apologized, right? Just because she apologized, that don't mean that, you know, Lotto has to accept that. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people want her to accept it just because Cardi B apologized to her. However, it don't always work like that. So let me see something here. Let me share my screen. Let's get into it with the Lotto stuff, right? Hold on. And I'm gonna tell people why, as much as I love Cardi, I'm gonna tell people why I don't have a problem with Lotto not messing with Cardi B. I don't think Lotto was at one of her shows. Not on this tour. I don't remember seeing Lotto at none of. Okay, if she was, let me know. I don't remember seeing Lotto with none of her at none of her on no tour. She been pregnant. She was at, I think, one of the performances before the tour. Hold on, but that was before she was on the record and everything before all that stuff dropped. All right. So let me see what Cardi B saying here. Let me see what she's
I'm
saying.
telling
Hold on.
you, I got some shit prepared that I suggest
Come on, man. Let's go.
y'all to just shut the fuck up because it's just gonna be so embarrassing and legging your face, egging your face. My fans
All right. Let me
is
try to start this
motherfucking
over.
it. It's gonna get too embarrassing for y'all. Just stop. I'm not bragging. I'm not saying fuck yeah. I'm not that. Don't make me don't make me get there. Don't make me do that. Don't make me do
Hmm. Okay. I can't really hear it. Yeah. I can't really, but
that.
she's obviously talking about something.
Cause
I
it's
don't know what.
about to get nasty. It's about to get nasty on how I'm coming. Bitch, I'm coming
Okay.
hard. Hard. So
All right. So listen, listen. Before I jump into this sexy red and
just
Megan stuff, before I
stop while
jump
you
into the
ahead.
sexy red Megan stuff,
That's what I'm gonna say. Just
I don't know why it's still why this thing is
stop
still
where you
going on. I
ahead.
scrolled off of it. All right. Listen, y'all. It's like got this delay to it, but and we're gonna get to all the Tory, all of the touring stuff right here. All right, right here. Now, well, someone said, um, I thought Cardi apologized. Why is Lotto still hurt? Let me try to find my tweet, okay, so I can explain to y'all why I see Lotto's side of this. And Cardi B fans, don't get upset, okay? Don't get upset. But like I said, I like to see things from right. So check this out. We'll get all this toxic case stuff in a minute. But let me see. Let me find my response to this, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so here is the actual tweet. Hold on. This person said, "Didn't Cardi B publicly apologize to Lotto? Why Lotto still hurt?" Right. So Lotto was at the show. What show was she at? Okay, Cory Booker. What show was she at? And again, remember, this is a response to a tweet. So this tweet has went viral, right? So I was responding to the tweet. I guess because her and Glorilla got a record. I don't know why people are coming out saying you um why is she still hurt, right? One of Cardi B's Atlanta shows. What she went to see the show, or she got pulled out on stage, or she went to see the show? All I know is, so y'all don't find it a little weird that there's been no, especially since Lotto announced her pregnancy. You know how they were rolling tight before. So y'all gonna mean to tell me you don't think it's a little strange? She never said congratulations on your pregnancy, no sorts of interaction. So y'all don't think that's weird? So if y'all don't think it's weird, that's fine. You can think what you want. I think it's a little strange, especially as cool as they seemed before this whole thing with the tape or with the audio, whatever came out. Right now, I'm speaking on, if, let's just say, if Lotto has a problem, right? If Lotto does have a problem, I don't know whether she does, but judging from a lot of people's tweets and responding to this tweet, if Lotto did have a problem, to me, I would not have an issue with Lotto having a problem. And I love Cardi B. You know, if Cardi B, right? I'll take Darius, and I'll use Darius, right? I'll use my moderator Darius. Look, so me and Darius talk all the time, right? Darius also moderates for Couture Bay, and I don't know if he moderates for anybody else, but he also moderates for Couture Bay, right? If I talk to Darius all the time, and then I heard a audio of Darius sitting on me to Couture Bay, right? I would feel some type of way. I would feel some type of way if if I heard a audio that he was sitting on me to Couture, and that's how it came out. I wouldn't give a damn if he apologized after that because you only apologizing because the audio got leaked. Now, if Cardi B had a took Lotto aside, right? After after this altercation with Ice Spice took place, if Cardi B had a called Lotto like, listen, I just want to inform you, I just got into a fight with Ice Spice. I just got into a fight with her. She wasn't there. I'm telling y'all, I didn't think she was there, but I'm just listening to y'all. I just got into a altercation with Ice Spice, and I said some things about you out of anger. I'm just letting you know, just in case that conversation ever gets leaked. I said some things about you out of anger, and I want to apologize for saying those things to Ice Spice. If Cardi B had a came to Lotto before this ever came out, they would be cool. They would be cool. I understand that, Elite, but some again, again, if you heard your friend or someone you thought was your friend, right? If you thought that somebody was your friend and you heard them saying that, forgive right? No, so then why could she just say, "I'm not forgiving like Lotto"? You think I'm pussy ass Lotto? That's not the same thing as because she's forgiving. No, 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 no. Because she could have easily just said, I ain't forgiving like Lotto. I don't give people chances like Lotto. I don't, I'm not Lotto. Pussy ass Lotto is way different from saying, oh, I don't give chances like Lotto. That's way different. That's way different. That's way different. And she said it multiple times. You think I'm pussy ass Lotto? You think I'm pussy like Lotto? No, 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 no. That is not the same thing as, because Lotto wants to forgive everyone and still play and dance to their music. She don't do that to Nicki Minaj. You said she wants to forgive everyone. She didn't forgive Nicki Minaj. Lotto didn't forgive Nicki Minaj. Okay. And again, I'm not saying she didn't. However, if you my girl, right? You're cool with my man. Her and 21 is cool. If you my girl, if we cool, you should have been able to come to me before this leaked and told me what you said when you were upset. Don't wait until the world hear it. Don't wait until the world hear it to say, "Oh, I apologize. Oh, I'll buy a bag." Like that's gonna solve everything. Now you trying to play me. Like, I'll buy her a Chanel bag. She'll be all right. What, girl? What? They was rolling tight as thieves on each other's remixes, going out to the club, hanging out together at the club. I'm thinking we cool. It don't gotta be friends, but I'm thinking if I did not expect you to be talking behind my back. And regardless of what you want to say, that is talking behind someone's back. If you're talking about someone and they don't know about it, that's talking behind their back. Okay, well, Maxine, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. If she was, she was. I'm not saying she was. I'm just saying I didn't see her. If she was out there, she was out there. And I'm not even saying Lotto has a problem. I'm saying, if I was Lotto, I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue. I can see why she would be upset. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even saying she is upset. Maybe she ain't. Maybe she ain't. All I said was, I just thought it was weird that ever since that day, Lotto's out here doing songs with Glorilla. Well, why didn't Lotto come out when she was in Atlanta? Lotto's one of the big act. She represents A Town to the fullest. If she can do out here and do music videos with Glorilla pregnant, then she could come out on stage for 3 minutes pregnant. So I just thought it was a little strange that she announced her pregnancy and Cardi B's cool with 21 Savage. I didn't hear Cardi B congratulate her on her pregnancy. Nothing. I ain't heard Lotto congratulate her on the tour. If she did, let me know. Maybe I missed it. And again, I don't know whether Lotto is mad or not. All I know is it's just a little weird and coincidental that she started saying pussy, pussy, pussy right after that audio leaked on a song where that is not required. There was nowhere on that song that required her to say pussy over and over and over again after that audio leaked. But if y'all don't think that's strange, okay. If y'all don't think that's weird, fine. So I just see that it's been a big difference in their communication since this whole thing happened. They just, she was just on a remix. Lotto was just on a remix with Cardi B right before that audio dropped. And ever since then, there's been no communication publicly when they were always going to the club, linking up in the club, showing each other love online. And the only thing I'm saying is, I don't know whether Lotto's man or not, but if she was, I would not have a problem with it because I'm putting myself in her situation and I'm using a dude. If I found out that one of the people that I talk to a lot and consider myself having a personal relationship with, if they were talking to another content creator about me, say, oh, you think I'm pussy ass heaven? You think I'm F word ass heaven? And I didn't know they were doing that. And then it came out in an audio for the whole world to hear me. You putting me in a position to, if I go out there and forgive you, like, oh, okay, everything's cool, they're going to be like, she's right. You are pussy. You making her look right. Oh, I'll buy her bag. She'll be all right. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And like I said, I love Cardi B, but I'm calling it real as possible. And a lot of y'all to say, "Oh, you wouldn't care." That's BS. That's BS. Think about somebody you think y'all are cool. You think y'all on the same page. You think y'all are down for each other, and then you hear a secret recording of them sitting on you. You wouldn't be upset. You wouldn't be upset. So y'all think of a friend. Don't gotta be no best friend. Y'all think of a friend that you got or somebody that you consider yourself cool with. Maybe it's somebody you hung out with, somebody you talk to from time to time. Like I said, Darius is the perfect person to use. We're not the best of friends, but we're cool. We hold conversations. If I DM somebody, I'm pretty cool with you because I don't just DM anybody. If I call you on the Instagram phone or Darius may pick up the phone and call me, if I answer, that means I'm pretty cool with you. I don't give everybody that access. I don't give everybody that access. So exactly, that's all I'm saying. And all these people out here capping, talking about, oh no, you capping. You capping. And if you would just forgive somebody like that just because they go buy you a bag, then you are pussy, in my opinion. Now, like I said, if if that happened, right? If Darius was talking crap to if he was talking to Couture Bay or anybody else or Coffee City, and then they were like, yeah, oh, you think I'm pussy ass heaven or so no saying, and then Darius realized what he said, and then he hit me up. Remember, I have no idea he was talking shit about me. And he hit me up like, yo, Hell, I'm gonna be real with you. I was in a conversation with Couture. It got heated, and I said I named dropped you and said, called your pussy this and another. You know, I was angry. I didn't know what I was saying, this, that, and the other. But I realized that I said that about you. And so before she tells you or before it leaks, I just want you to know that I said that and I'm sorry. If she had said that to Lotto, Lotto would have forgave her. Lotto would have forgave her because Lotto found out when the whole world found out. When it comes to Kendrick not fucking with Drake, what are you talking about? Kendrick, no, 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 no. What are you talking about? Kendrick not fucking with Drake. What? Kendrick ain't been fucking with Drake for years. I never said Kendrick had to fuck with Drake. I said Drake put Kendrick on. Cardi B didn't put Lotto on. That's two totally different situations. Kendrick and Drake haven't been cool for years. So I don't know how you made that call. Listen, that I've never said Kendrick should be cool with Drake. I said if somebody put me on, it'd be hard for me to turn against them. If somebody helped my career, it would be hard for me to turn against them. We don't know if Kendrick heard Drake talking shit about him. How do we know that? That's never been proven. They were throwing shots at each other on record. The first shot that I heard was on the cipher. Kendrick took the shot. We don't know what happened behind closed doors. So that analogy doesn't even make sense. Kendrick and Drake are in competition. They have never been good friends. You've never seen, other than Kendrick going on stage, you've never seen Kendrick hanging out with Drake. So that comparison doesn't make sense. That analogy is so totally different because Kendrick and Drake has never act like they were friends. I said Drake put Kendrick on the biggest, and at his point in his career, he put Kendrick on the biggest stage he'd ever been on. Kendrick said that out of his own mouth. So what? How does that co-align together? That's apples and oranges, sweetheart. I don't know what you're talking about. Mm. So if you like to explain how those two things are similar, you feel free. But Kendrick and Drake never had the relationship or the public relationship that Lotto and Cardi B had. Drake ain't never went out to no club with Kendrick. Drake ain't never been mentioning Kendrick, holding conversations with Kendrick, invite Kendrick down to the grassy. He ain't never did that. They have never acted like they were good friends. The only thing I said was I would be hard pressed to turn on somebody who helped my career. That's what I said with Kendrick and Drake. And there's been there was no audio that ever leaked of Drake talking about Kendrick. There was never no audio that ever leaked of that. So again, I don't know how you made that coalition, but okay. So if Cardi B would have came to Lotto behind the scenes and said, "Listen, I said some things I shouldn't have said," so before it leaks out, I just want to let you know that I said it. If she had a came to Lotto like that, it would probably be a different story. But Lotto didn't find out she was pussy until everybody else did. So sis, I didn't really, to be honest, I didn't know you felt this way about me. You know what I mean? I didn't know you felt I was pussy. Damn. Word? Okay. I would definitely feel some type of way. And again, I don't have a problem whether she forgives her or not. If she forgives her, cool. If she don't, I can see why she wouldn't. I can see why she wouldn't. Because I put myself in that situation. Even if I did forgive the person, it would never be the same. It would never be the same. When that's happened to me, when that's happened to me in real life, when I found out, it's even happened to me on freaking Instagram. Anybody that's been with me from the beginning, they know who's no longer around. They know who the chicks that I had that was like my day ones and was close by me. Regardless, she knows she said it though. That's the whole thing, Carla. Whether she knows she's being recorded or not. And Cardi B is smart enough to know. Cardi B be recording phone calls. She has to know that nowadays everybody is recording everybody. Cardi B knows that, just like she was recording Armand, just like how Lotto was recording Nicki Minaj. Everybody's recording everybody. So whether she knew she was being recorded or not, she knew she said it. That's my point. Say something before you're forced to say something, before you're forced to explain yourself. So because if that audio had never dropped, Lotto would have never knew that Cardi B felt that way about her. Or Lotto would have never knew that Cardi B said the things that she said. Really, I really don't want your apology now because you only really apologize because now I know how you truly feel about me. Don't buy me the bag now. You should have bought me the bag before. You buy me the bag now to what? Make me forget that you think I'm pussy? That's not gonna change the facts. That's not gonna change what I heard. And even if they decide to forgive her, even if I decide to forgive that person, I'm never going to look at that person the same. I'm gonna be like, oh, we really ain't tight. Like we really ain't cool like that. We really ain't cool like that. No, I don't even think she even really gave her the bag. We need to blame Ice Spice and other people for putting the audio out. It really don't matter. It really don't matter how the audio got out. If you want to blame them for putting the audio out, okay, fine. But they did not make Cardi B say that. I'm not gonna blame Ice Spice for Cardi B saying what she said. How can I blame Ice Spice for that? And if the audio never came out, that still defeats that still is not the point. The point is Cardi B knows what she said about Lotto. Lotto did not know Cardi B was saying those things about her. That's the point. That's the point. If I'm cool with somebody and I named if I'm cool with Darius, right? If I'm holding a conversation with somebody and I'll get upset and I say, "Oh, what? Oh, what you think? I'm fucking Darius? You think I'm pussy ass Darius?" And then later on, I realized, like, yo, I shouldn't have even named dropped him. Like, he didn't have nothing to do with this. Yo, I'm gonna go to him, even if I don't think that conversation is ever gonna come up. If I didn't know that I was getting recorded, I'm gonna be like, you know what? To cover my own self, just in case they were recording me, just in case it leak out, just in case somebody else go to them before they even mention it. Hell, it may not ever even come up, but I'm gonna clear my conscience and tell my boy, yo, I said something like I was upset, right? I name dropped you in a situation where I should have never even brought you into it. If I go to him like that, straight up like a man and confess, like, yo, I was talking shit about you, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. It's another. He would probably forgive me. But if he hears it from somebody else, or if he hear an audio of me popping shit and then I'm acting like we cool in each other's face, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. I wouldn't expect him to still fuck with me. I wouldn't expect him to still fuck with me. And if I was able to give him a Chanel bag or something like, or I'll buy that nigga a polo shirt. He'll be all right. And then if I went and bought you a polo shirt, a $500 polo shirt, and he was cool with it, that would just be showing everybody that my thoughts about him was valid. Cause all I gotta do is buy that nigga a shirt. He'll be forgot everything I said. So she really put Lotto in a position where Lotto really couldn't accept that bag. And she can't say or show the bag. If Cardi B did send the bag, you best believe Lotto ain't gonna show it. I don't think she sent it. I don't think she sent her a bag. because a couple of nights later, Lotto was on stage saying, cutting out Cardi B, which she usually let Cardi B's part roll. She was cutting that part out. I'm starting to tell you that. Okay, and K Rogers, maybe she has. But y'all are either purposely missing the point, or so Cardi B is past it. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's fine. If Cardi B is past that and that's her past, that's cool. But my point is, just because Cardi B is past it, that don't mean Lotto's past it. And Lotto should not have to be looked at any crazy way. That, oh well, Cardi got over it. You should get over it. Nah. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me when I should get over something. I'm the one that got offended. You did the offending. So you can't tell me when I should be over something just because the one who offended me is over it. You know? If that's somebody who Lotto don't really fuck with, if that's somebody Lotto don't really know, of course she wouldn't care. But that's somebody who her man considers his sis. Maybe they can. Or and again, I'm not saying they can't. What I'm saying is I'm responding to the tweet that said Lotto's still upset or Lotto's still hurt. That's the point. Yeah, if Lotto's going to get over it, she should get over it on her own time. And if she never gets over it, that's cool too. I can see her point. That's the point of the whole conversation. I don't think Lotto is, oh, you're immature or you're butthurt. You still thinking about that? No. We can't tell nobody. Y'all say the same thing about people who are still thinking about abuse 20 years ago or still thinking about situations 20, 25 years ago. If they don't have to get over it until they're ready, it should be the same way. Listen, maybe you didn't think it was a big deal, but I thought this was my sis. Maybe she didn't feel that same way about me, but that ain't the vibes I got. She cool with my man. My man calls her his sister. Got cool vibes. Put me on records. We going out, hanging in the club. We talk from time to time. Like I thought we was cool, but I didn't know you thought I was a pussy. But now, since this audio leaked, I see how you really feel about me. Now, hey, cool. Maybe she'll forget. Maybe she'll forgive it. She ain't never gonna forget it. And now I can't even if start fucking with you again, I can't consider you on the same tier as you was before this happened. It's not gonna be the same. It's the same thing with me and my friend of 30 years. My friend of 30 years. We fell out, right? We fell out over Donald Trump. He said some really insulting shit to me. You talk about a friend that have been my friend since the fourth grade. Since the fourth grade. And cool. He said some insulting shit to me because of Donald Trump, because I don't like Donald Trump. And he went so as far as to insult me because of Donald Trump. So we kept getting into arguments, this, that, and the third. He said some stuff that I'm like, well, damn, you always felt like that? I didn't know that. We've been friends for 30 years. You ain't never let me know you felt that way about me. Now that you let me know that, how long you been feeling like this? We fell out, right? Maybe 6 or 7 months ago, he reached back out to me after we hadn't spoken for 4 years or close to 6 years. Reached back out to me. We started chopping it up, this, that, and the third. But he never apologized for what he said. He never apologized for what he said. We kind of just like started talking again. So because he never apologized for what he said, yeah, we're talking again, but it ain't the same. It ain't the same. Thank you, Journey and Rick. It ain't the same. And you talk about somebody I've been knowing since the fourth grade. It ain't the same no more. Yeah, we still text each other now from now and again, but it's not the same because you didn't say, you know what? What I said about you, bro, I was just hot. I didn't really mean that. You my guy. You know what I mean? I was just upset or whatever. You said some things to get under my skin. Those things I said about you, bro, like you my guy. I didn't really mean that. I didn't say that. So in my opinion, yeah, you reached back out to me. We're talking again, but you never apologized for what you said and you never explained why you said it. So to me, it's never going to be the same. And you're talking about, again, fourth grade, way deeper and longer than Lotto been knowing Cardi B. So, and again, I can like Cardi B, but I can still be critical. I said it then, and I'll say it now. That was a fucked up thing. That was wrong of her to do. I'm sorry. That was wrong of her to do, and to not let Lotto know. She probably thought that conversation was never going to get out, and Lotto would never find out about that conversation. But that's kind of even worse when you think about it. So you had these thoughts about me, and if this conversation never came out, I never would have found out. Like you just would have been playing in my face like you think I'm the shit and I'm your girl, but really you thinking this bitch pussy. She the one to make nice to everybody. Oh, she's such and such. Oh, she ain't this bitch pussy. Nah, bro, I feel some type of way. So that's my point. I'm not even saying that Lotto does feel some type of way, but I'm saying if she does, I have no problem with it. And I understand. All right. Who's this? My tweets are going crazy. So here's another tweet that's going crazy. You know me, I don't like narratives. I don't like when people make narratives up either. All right. So here we go. Mm-mm-mm. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the whole Kendrick and Drake beef. Now, the same people, right? I'll have way more respect for you if you're saying Fuck Drake. I don't fuck with Drake. I don't give a fuck about Iceman. Kendrick is that dude. I fuck with Kendrick. I don't fuck with Drake. Right? I'll have way more respect for you if you do that. I have no respect for these Negroes who was saying A minor, who was saying OV ho, and saying certified lover boy, certified pedophile. I have no respect for them now talking about, oh yeah, I didn't. Everybody thinks I hate Drake. I don't hate Drake. I like Drake's music. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck out. No, I have no respect for flip floppers. If this is the way you feel, stand on it. Stand on it. Or just admit you're a flip flopper from the beginning. Be like, yo, I'm gonna go over here. I fuck with Drake, but I don't want to be left out. And this is what's trending, so I'm gonna go over here and fuck with Kendrick. But then when Drake is back on top, I'm gonna come back and fuck with Drake. I would just say I would rather a person do that and just admit that they ain't shit. I admit I'm a flip flopping ass nigga. If you let me know that, I'm cool with you. I'm cool with you. But I can't stand a person that's like, yeah, Drake, Drake. And then I go back and but I shut this one person up. I shut one person up when I found the old tweet of him saying he was talking about LeBron James. He said before the Lakers won that championship in 2020, he said, I'm a Jordan guy, but if LeBron wins this championship in 2020, he's the GOAT. So LeBron won that championship in 2020. Now, since nobody likes LeBron and it's cool to hate LeBron, now this same dude is tweeting, oh, he'll never be Jordan. LeBron will never be. And I remember that tweet from 2020. I said, wait a minute, is this you? Because this tweet in 2020 said, if LeBron wins this championship in 2020, his third title with three different teams, he's the GOAT. Now in 2025, because it's no longer cool to like LeBron, you're saying LeBron will never be Jordan. But you said in 2020, if he won the championship, he's the GOAT. Now, here you are in 2026 saying he never was and will never be Jordan. Of course, I ain't heard nothing back since I showed him his tweet. So these same people that's out here, I'd be willing to bet one of my two houses, or hell, I'll bet both my houses. One of these that's out here slamming on the ice and trying to say, oh yeah, we trying to see the Iceman release date and this, that, and third. I'd be willing to bet they was up in Kung Ho or Hung Po, whatever that Chinese restaurant is, saying fuck Drake and crip walking till they not like us. I guarantee you there's at least 10 to 20 people, even more than that because they saw it trending and they wanted to go and be trending and they didn't want to be left behind, I'd be willing to bet that there was plenty of people that went to that Kendrick Lamar concert and was screaming OV ho and fuck Drake and A minor. I guarantee you some of those same people are out in the parking lot talking about, oh, Kendrick is done. Whenever Iceman come out, Kendrick is done. Nah, nigga, stand on it. Stand on it. The people that say I never liked Drake, as long as you never really liked Drake, I fuck with you. I fuck with you because at least I know you a real person. At least I know you real. Like, okay, this person here, they didn't switch up. They never liked Drake. I can't stand no flip floppity ass person. What Beyonce say? Flip flop 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 flopping ass bitch. I can't stand no flip flopping person because if you flip flopping this, you flip flopping something else. I don't like no flip floppers. Me, I said I like Cardi B. I like Cardi B, and I'm going to continue to like Cardi B. It don't matter. Cardi B unfollow me. I didn't do like Armand Wiggins when Nicki Minaj blocked him or whatever. All of a sudden he jumped on the Cardi B. Then when Cardi B unfollowed him and stopped fucking with him, then he went back to Nicki Minaj. I don't do that. I don't do that. If I like you, I like you. I don't give a fuck whether you like me or not. If I fuck with your music, I fuck with your music. You know? Stand on it. Herman Edwards once said, put your name on it. Put your name on it and stand on it. I don't give a fuck whether Iceman come out. I'm not buying that nigga shit. I don't fuck with Drake. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. It's the same thing when people that shit with Kim Kardashian. I remember that show a long time ago. Oh, people that you hate, your enemy pops up. The enemy pops up on them. And this girl, her whole social media was how much she hates Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian's a hoe. I hate Kim Kardashian. I wish Kim Kardashian would disappear. This, that, and the third. I don't like nothing she stand for. And then I remember the TV show, and Kim Kardashian was gonna show up at her biggest hater's job, right? She showed up at that hater's job. She walked in there. That girl's mouth dropped. She running and hugging Kim. Wait. Why you hugging Kim Kardashian? You said you hate Kim Kardashian. But then they pop up in your face, and all of a sudden you hugging and you want to take pictures for the gram. What's up, Nita? I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. If I don't fuck with you, I don't care if you pop up here. I don't fuck with you. I don't like Kanye West. I don't fuck with Kanye West. If I seen Kanye West out, I wouldn't try to get no picture with him. I don't fuck with him. If I seen Kanye West out and everybody was trying to get a picture with him, I'm not gonna go and try to take a picture with Kanye West. I don't fuck with Kanye West. Why would I take a picture with him? And on top of that, everybody knows I don't fuck with him. That's like, oh, try to get a picture with Trump just because hey, what's up? It's me. Just because everybody's gonna be like, oh man, you got a picture with Donald Trump. What I'm gonna look like to my audience if I go and post a picture with Donald Trump? Everybody in here gonna be like, wait a minute, Heb, you talk about Donald Trump, how you don't fuck with him, how you got a picture with him. So that's gonna make people think I thought he was authentic. I thought he was authentic. He said every day Trump is a racist. Trump is this. He don't like Trump. And now he see him out, and for clout, he gonna run and take a picture with him. And then everybody else, if I did that, every single one of y'all got a right to say, well, what else was this nigga lying about? What else was he faking? Because he obviously don't got no problem with Trump. So damn, he come in here and tell us all this industry stuff. What else is this nigga lying about? Maybe he just telling us this, just for clickbait, or maybe he just telling us this to make us think this shit happened. This nigga talk about he was in the industry 21 and a half years. Maybe he wasn't. What makes me think now, what makes me believe that anything this nigga's ever said has been true? Because he told us every day how he hates Trump, how he don't fuck with Trump. And now I look on Instagram, he got a picture with his arm around Trump. Y'all would have every right to say, that nigga having a fake. He a phony. I don't believe nothing that nigga say now. Everything he say, I don't give a fuck about the pictures or nothing. You could probably just took them pictures just because them people's around. I don't believe nothing this nigga haven't say no more. And y'all would have every right. You will never see me in a picture with Donald Trump. You will never see me in a picture with Kanye West. You will never see me at a Kanye West concert. Never. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Dante. And again, it's not the worst thing in the world, no. But if you expect somebody, Lotto expects somebody like Nicki Minaj to say that. You know what I mean? If Nicki Minaj says that about Lotto, Lotto ain't gonna give a fuck. You know what I mean? Or if it's somebody that don't really like, that she don't really know, right? And then, can you bring my food from the refrigerator? And then here's another layer before we move on to something else. Here's another layer to that whole Lotto and Cardi B thing. Now, remember, when that audio dropped, Lotto, hey, love you. Lotto and Ice Spice had already made up. So just listen to this, and let's take it from this angle. What if Lotto was already told, right? What if Lotto was already told by Ice Spice her conversation with Cardi B, and she told her, "You think Cardi your girl? She was calling you pussy." What if Lotto already knew, and she was just waiting for Cardi to fess up? Because remember, when that audio came out, her and Ice Spice was already cool. Lotto and Ice Spice had already done the stream with Casanat. Mhm. Ice Spice, knowing that her and Cardi don't get along, could have very well told Lotto, that bitch ain't your friend. You think Cardi's your friend? She's calling you a pussy. She said, you think I'm pussy ass Lotto? Hmm? Now, maybe Ice Spice didn't want to be in the middle of it, didn't know how cool Lotto and Cardi B still was, so maybe she said nothing. I'm just saying, you never know. Now, here's my Jay-Z take. So this is a little bit, I did this morning, and it's got like 10,000 views. I said, this is for all the people that start these Jay-Z narratives. I said, Jay-Z did not sell out Colin Kaepernick by taking the NFL deal, right? I said, Kaepernick already settled his collusion case and was still trying to get back in the league. Jay even said we've moved past kneeling because Colin had literally moved past kneeling. Colin Kaepernick settled out with the NFL and accepted money from them. So, and then after that, what would be the sense of him kneeling if they paid him off? He didn't boycott the NFL after that. He went back and tried to work for them again after he had already sued them. So remember, here's this bad company that he don't want to have nothing to do with. He sues for collusion between the NFL and the owners. He wins a settlement and then says, now can I play for you guys? So, in sense, what was he saying? That he was past kneeling, right? That he was past kneeling, right? Because you can't be boycotting the NFL if you're trying to get a job with them again. And then what happened? Jay-Z helped him get a job. He told him not to take the NFL deal. But Jermaine Dupri didn't take the deal. That's on him. That's on him. If there's a job that I want, right? If Jermaine Dupri says I'm not fucking with Jay-Z after that, he's shiesty, then and that really happened, I would have no problem with Jermaine Dupri not fucking with Jay-Z no more. If that really happened, I would have no problem with Jermaine Dupri, but he still fucks with Jay-Z, right? So if that really happened and Jay-Z told me, nah, man, I wouldn't take that job, right? Because whoop, 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 whoop. And I said, you know what? I'm not taking it because Hov said don't take it. And then I look up and Jay-Z got the job, I would feel some type of way. But that's a totally different situation than Colin Kaepernick. Jermaine Dupri and Jay-Z is kind of like Jay-Z and Diddy. They've been associates for 30 years. They've worked together. They've hung out together, right? So if that really happened, I would have no problem with Jermaine Dupri saying, nah, Jay-Z shiesty. He told me not to take the NFL gig because he wanted it. That's like how dudes back in the day, if you get me to talk to some girl, be like, and then he be like, nah, man, I wouldn't wipe her up. Yeah, I heard that bitch a hoe. You know what I mean? I heard she about jump all you. She done smashed every nigga in high school. And you be like, word? It's your boy telling you trust him because it's your boy. Word? Yeah, man, yo, that's what niggas are telling me. Niggas telling me that she got, you know what I mean? This bitch got herpes. She done smashed mad niggas. And then you like, oh, no, I'm not fucking with her. And then the next week, this nigga pulling up with her. You know what I mean? Be like, oh, so it's okay for you to have, it's okay for you to be with her and she got herpes, but you telling me not to be with her because she got herpes. You told me not to be with this chick because you heard she got smashed mad niggas. You heard she got herpes, and you told me don't be with her. Now here you pull up with her, and that's your girl now? Wow. But as far as Colin Kaepernick goes, no, I believe he said something like that too. Anita, I believe he said something along those lines. Now I don't know whether it was a quote or whether he said it out of his mouth. But if he really did say that and that happened, I don't know why Jermaine Dupri even still fucks with Jay Z. Hmm? Now we also have to see, when did they offer Jermaine Dupri this job? Did they offer him the job when the whole thing with Kaepernick was going on? Before they settled with Kaepernick? Because he never said when. It's not like they offered it. We don't know whether they offered it to him. He says no, and then the next day they call Jay Z, and Jay Z's like, "Yeah." When did they offer him the job? Is the most important question, because if it was before they settled everything with Kaepernick, right? Because part of the NFL, part of the NFL doing that deal with Jay Z was that they had to give Colin Kaepernick, if he wanted, another shot at playing in the league. And Colin Kaepernick did not say, hell no, F these crackers. I don't mess with them. He went back and he tried to work for the NFL again. Right. So that's what I'm saying. A year is a lot of time. Exactly, Rhonda. Exactly. So a year is a lot of time. A lot can change in a year. When they offered it to Jermaine Dupri, maybe all that mess with Kaepernick was still going on. When they offered it to Jay Z, it was a year later. They probably had all that stuff straightened out. They had settled with Kaepernick. They had agreed to give him tryouts. And maybe that's why Jermaine Dupri still messes with Jay Z. See, everything has context. We can't just go on the surface of what's said. We got to have context behind it, right? And that brings me to the Wayne and Drake narrative, right? That's another thing I'm tired of hearing about. So let's get to that. Let's get to that. I'm tired of hearing about that too. We about to get on the Cardi B tour stuff. Now let me bust that narrative up. You know me? I'm the narrative buster. And I said here, Nessa wants to keep the Rock Nation angle going for clout. But her husband took the settlement before Jay-Z even took the NFL deal. And he turned down multiple tryouts and sabotaged his own tryouts. That has nothing to do with Jay-Z. He turned down, he could have auditioned for the Baltimore Ravens, but it wasn't going to be starting. He didn't want to audition for the Ravens. Ray Lewis said, yeah, go out and audition Colin Kaepernick. He didn't want to audition for the Ravens because he wasn't going to be starting. And I said, if you want to criticize Jay-Z, do it with facts. Don't make up a timeline where he is betrayed Kaepernick when the timeline doesn't even support the argument. I said, people acting like Jay-Z blocked Colin, but Colin was already in the post-settlement phase and later agreed to the NFL workout process himself. The drama was about the workout being restrictive, not Jay-Z selling him out. And that's just facts. Now, here's another narrative I'm tired of. Oh, Drake effed Wayne's girl. That's the reason why Wayne ain't really messing with Drake. Drake is a dirty dog. Drake effed Wayne's girl when Wayne was in prison. That's not factual. That is not factual. Drake did not F Tammy Torres when Wayne was in prison. Drake admitted to Wayne that he F Tammy Torres when Wayne was in prison. Let me repeat that again. The narrative is when Wayne went to prison, Drake F'd Tammy Torres. He did not. He did not. Drake did not sleep with Tammy Torres when Wayne went to jail, like everybody tries to portray it. Drake admitted to Wayne when Wayne was in jail. When he either spoke to him, wrote him, or went to see him, he admitted to Wayne when he was locked up that he slept with Tammy Torres. Drake slept with Tammy Torres before she was Wayne's girl. And he just never told Wayne. But when he saw that Wayne and Tammy was getting serious, that's when he said, you know what? I'll feel better if I let him know about it. That's how it went down. And Tammy Torres even says that's how it went down. She said Wayne knows that came right. Look at them respectful. Wayne knows. She even said He knows the real story, but he likes the way that this makes me and Drake look bad. She was like, but I'm going to end up telling the real and exposing the real truth. She said, that story is not got holes in it. It's not truthful. She said, so they said, so you mean to tell me you didn't sleep with Drake? She said, I slept with Drake, yes. But I didn't cheat on Wayne with Drake. Drake happened before Wayne. But then you got people like Ish, and I like Ish. Or, Drake's come probably be in his make amends bag. Wayne probably ain't gonna be on the album because, Wayne still haven't gotten over Drake sleeping with his girl. That's not true. That was years ago. Him and Wayne done made hella records together since then. And was doing a tour together. Like, what? Y'all ninjas, boy. Wayne always want to play the victim. Right, Nita. That's why you got me. I get tired of people doing that, and all they have to do is do a little bit of research. But what it is people don't want to research because they just want to go with what they hear on TikTok, and they want to go with what's the exciting story. Because if you find out, yeah, Drake smashed her before Wayne, this like, nah, that's no big deal. That doesn't help your narrative about Drake will smash his best friend's girl because he did it to Wayne. That's what everybody. That's what everybody was running with Drake. Oh, Drake smashed his friend's girl. Because he smashed Wayne's girl. Then they hold to say the thing about Drama. Drama's wife. But he didn't smash Drama's wife. She wasn't his wife anymore. She wasn't his wife when Drake smashed her. They were divorced. All right. Now, is it still foul if he was cool with Drama? If he was cool with Drama still and smashed Drama's ex-wife, that's messed up. All right. But that was not Drama's wife. So let's go to and something else. Let's go into this Cardi B thing about the tour. Right? Wait, let me get into the complex BS first. Right? Let's get into this complex list. I don't know what complex was thinking or what they call themselves trying to do. Hold on. And then this whole sexy red and Megan the Stallion shade or whatever, right? Now, I don't follow Megan like that. I don't follow Megan like that. And I don't follow Sexy Red like that. So I don't really know the story of Sexy Red and Megan Thee Stallion. Let's go to that. Let's go to that. So I don't know whether they've had past beef. Somebody would have to, inform me in the comments. Because again, if Megan, if Megan ain't freestyling, if Megan ain't freestyling, right, or twerking, I don't really watch Megan. I like Megan more for her looks than her music, and I fuck with her freestyler because I think she can rap. So if y'all tell me Megan's dropping a new album and Megan's dropping a freestyle on the same day, I'm gonna go to the freestyle first because I'm just not into Megan's music. There's a couple of songs that I like, but for the most part, I'm not into her music. Now, I'm not into Sexy Red at all. Her music, her looks, nothing. I like her personality. I think her personality is cool. I think she's a cool person. And her personality is cool. She gets along with everybody or whatever. But I don't be checking for Sexy Red. So I'm out of the loop when it comes to these two. So apparently people were saying things to Sexy Red, and she came up with this tweet. She said, Mrs. Do and say what the F I want to, cause ain't nobody gonna tell me what the F to do or beat my ass. When I know I'm the baddest bee in the wide world, in the whole wide world. FYM. Fuck you mean, bitch? Now I'm gonna assume she started getting a lot of responses from this. Somebody tweeted, "This is what made Kamala Harris lose," and they showed Megan. And then Sexy Red said, "No, FR," meaning no, for real. And then I think she liked it. Okay. And I believe, I guess y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't one time she saying free Tory too? I don't know whether she wasn't. I don't want to put that on her if she wasn't. But for some reason, I just thought that she was saying free Tory at one point. All right. And she prints up home. Lotto Man Cardi will always show up for each other. So, um, I don't know what type of beef Sexy Red had with Megan Thee Stallion. The only thing I can think of is that she's cool with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj don't fuck with Megan. She's very cool with Drake, and Drake don't F with Megan. So maybe that's why Sexy Red don't. I don't know. Now, a comment under this said, see, none of this stuff I knew about. So the comment says, Sexy Red is just mad Megan aired her. Well, when did Megan air her? Like I said, I'm lost. So Megan aired out Sexy Red when? She used to be in Megan's likes and comments on Twitter, manifesting a collaboration. After Megan paid her dust, she unfollowed Megan and started posting, see? And started posting free Tory. So that's what I said. I said, didn't she post free Tory? I wasn't sure. So I still don't know whether this person's correct or not. But I thought I did see her doing it. But y'all can let me know if she didn't. So she said that after Megan paid her dust, she unfollowed Megan and started posting free Tory, shading Megan. Now she's fighting herself as the Barbs hype her up due to their hatred for Meg while refusing to support her new album. Mm. Hmm. So this says Sexy Red made a Facebook tweet dissing Megan, followed up with a tweet saying, I said what I said. Hold on. Let me see what this says. Hopefully this is not no porn stuff. So did anybody see that? I don't remember that. Sexy Red made a Facebook tweet dissing Megan, followed up with a tweet saying, I said what I said. She wants all the smoke with Miss Horsey, so I'm seated. I totally missed this. Lord, but I didn't miss this. Child. Oh, my God. Oh, oh, God. If she can make a butt talk, do what I gotta do. Hold on now. Damn, come through, Megan. Woo. See, that's why I tune into Megan. I ain't can't even lie. So then they started saying, then they started saying, Meg Thee Stallion and Sexy Red light up the stage with hot performance. So this was back in what, October? They said, need a Megan and Sexy Red collab. And Sexy Red said back then in 2023, manifest it. Mm. So is anybody else up on this? Anything y'all can tell me, because I didn't even know that they had an issue with each other. Anybody else know anything about this? Maybe y'all can help me out with this beef. 'Cause I don't know nothing about what's going on. That's where problems. Okay, let me see what y'all said. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Hold on. Let me see the comments. Hold on a minute. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hello? Can y'all hear me? All right, so let me see. Again, y'all gotta help me with this. Sexy read the track. Sexy was playing Tori's music and was flirting for a feature. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know. Oh, thank you for that, Rhonda Policy. I didn't know that. Diana Young says Sexy asked Megan for a feature in the past, and Megan never responded. A few weeks ago, someone commented and said Megan and Sexy on a song, and Sexy said, wait, hold on. And Sexy said, responded, no. Okay, I did see that. I did see that, Diana. I did see that. I did see that. Okay. So now it says, hold on. Let me see what else y'all saying. See, y'all are filling me in on this because I did see that. I can't lie. I did see that. Smash that like button, y'all. Thank you, Darius. So it says, no, Sexy just been acting weird when it comes to the stallion. I hope Meg flatline her one time on a beat and show her ain't nothing to be effed with. Hmm. These girls be so jealous and hateful, but they dumbass. There's where the problem begin with Gorilla. That's where problems begin with Glorilla. Okay. Now I do know that her and Glorilla had some issues. Why would Megan collab with a woman who collabed with another woman who said lying on your dead mama? I sure wouldn't. Well, Juicy, I don't know. I get your point. I don't know if I would agree with that because Sexy Red, right? Sexy Red has always kind of been neutral. Like even with even with the whole Nicki situation, Sexy Red was still cool with Glorilla. Nicki Minaj don't really mess with Glorilla, right? And didn't Sexy Red have a song with Lotto? You know what I'm saying? So Sexy Red also did a song with Lotto. And Lotto don't mess with Nicki Minaj. So Sexy Red has kind of always been like not really on that. Like I might be cool with you, Nicki Minaj, but you're not gonna tell me who I can do collabs with, right? So that would be, even though I know what you're saying, I don't think that she would be that. Not when it came to Megan. Okay, I came in late. What do you mean, Cardi? Real numbers exposed. I'm getting to that, Andrew Thompson. I'm getting ready to go over it. Um, Sexy not when it comes to Megan. Okay, so again, y'all have to remember. This is why I said at the beginning. I'm not really too familiar with Sexy Red and Megan's beef, but I do know Sexy Red in the past. She collaborated with Glorilla, and Glorilla messes with Cardi B, so Nicki Minaj don't really mess with Glorilla, but Sexy Red still cool with Nicki Minaj. Um, but people say yeah when it comes to other people, but not Nicki, not Cardi, and it's not gonna be Cardi. I know that Sexy Red they never did nothing with Cardi either. So Nicki Minaj's real ops, she ain't gonna do nothing with. Okay, I get it. Got you, got you, got you. She low key have okay, I got you. But now people are starting to say, yeah, and Glorilla and Lotto. But Glorilla and Cardi B don't got no issue. Glorilla was just on stage with Cardi B, and they say they cousins. Even if they not, Glorilla was just on stage. They got the whole I love you" thing, and she went off the stage. So I don't know why uh Glorilla and what's her name? Lotto's record. I don't know why that would have anything to do with anything. I know Glorilla don't really mess with Megan anymore. This shit is crazy. It's that whole dynamic. We know that Glorilla and Megan situation happened, even though everybody tried to play it up. Oh no, they re-followed each other. Yeah, after everybody started noticing. After everybody started noticing, yeah. Now, real quick, before we go into Cardi tour, this complex, this complex list, right? This is some bullshit. Hold on, it says something about Lotto. Wait. Hold on. I just missed something. Oh, rumors circulate that Lotto will diss Cardi B. Okay, hold on. Let's go to this because we had already talked about it. We had already talked about it. So people are starting rumors. Hold on, hold on, y'all. Let me share the screen so y'all don't think I'm capping. Let me share the screen. Now remember, this ain't me saying this. It's just content. I'm reading it for content and we responded to it. Okay? So don't get mad at me. Y'all be getting to, oh, are you crazy? Like, I'm just reading the content, sir or ma'am. Don't get mad at me. I'm reading content. All right. So let me share the screen. Here we go. Wait, did I share it? Okay, here it is. So it says rumors circulate on X that Lotto plans to diss Cardi B on her upcoming album amid ongoing fan discussions about their past feud. Debates focus on whether Lotto remains upset after Cardi B publicly called her a P and later apologized. Posts highlight Cardi B's pregnancy and past tensions, including Lotto's interaction with other artists like Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj. Now, she has not interacted with Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has definitely not interacted back with her. Now let's see what. Let's go back to this message from earlier, right? That they didn't play. That I couldn't play correctly. Let me see what this message says. Now I did not say. Let me go on record as saying I did not say that Lotto was going to this Cardi B. Here you see it, and it's a trending. It's trending on X. So not me, y'all. I didn't say it. All right. Let's see. Let's see if it'll play this time. Why does this thing never play? Like, I don't understand. Every time I go to play it, it buffers and buffers and buffers. Like, it's playing for everybody else. Hold on, let me get my other phone. Because this, I want to try to see what she's saying. Mhm. Hold on. For some reason, this shit ain't playing. Like, it's crazy, yo. All right, forget it. Hold on. Stunt Cali. So let me go to a page. Let me go to their page directly because what I'm trying to put on the timeline, it's not working. All right. So let me do it this way. Let me do it this way.
And letting your feed, egging your feeds, my fans is motherfucking saving y'all tweets. Just stop it. It's gonna get too embarrassing for y'all. Just stop. I'm not bragging. I'm not saying fuck y'all. I'm not on Twitter like yeah, fuck y'all motherfuckers. Yeah. I'm not doing none of that. Don't make me get there. Don't make me do that. Don't make me do that. Because it's about to get nasty. It's about to get nasty. And when I'm talking about it's about to get nasty, it's not even on the bragging, it's on how I'm coming. Bitch, I'm coming hard.
Woo, hard?
Hard.
Not hard, Cardi.
Just stop while you ahead. That's what I'm gonna say. Just stop where you at.
Mm. So, stop while you're ahead, huh? So, hold on. All right. So let me go on to this and read some stuff, right?
I'm telling you.
Hmm. Let me go check this out. So let me just read this, right? I'm gonna show y'all that it said that, so y'all don't think I'm making it up. Okay. I see somebody said earlier, "Oh, you're adding fuel to the fire." No, I'm not. I'm just reading what's going on. Like, how am I adding fuel to the fire when I'm not even making this stuff up? I'm reading it. It's out there. If I don't read it, and if I don't present it as content, somebody else will, and then y'all gonna go watch them. Meanwhile, telling me, "Oh, why are you adding fuel to the fire?" But then, as soon as Tisa tells lies or Armand Wigworm go and do it, y'all gonna run over there and watch it. But telling me, "Oh, why are you throwing fuel to the fire?" But then y'all go and watch it at the next channel. Let me get the content. Okay? 1 2 1 2. Hold on. Because he said he will always be number two. Okay. Well, again, I don't know who she's talking about. I don't know whether she's still talk. I don't know why she's still talking about Armand Whitworth. I put that tweet up and I framed that tweet. When they fell out, I made sure I sent that tweet back to Cardi and said, "Did not tell you 2 years ago not to fuck with him?" And she said, "You did, you did." I told her years before they fell out. I said, "Don't fuck with Armand Whitworth." She didn't listen to me. And then when they fell out, I said, "Didn't I tell you not to fuck with Armand Whitworth?" And then she just laughed. "Yeah, you did, you did." Okay. So after the apology thing, and this is what we went over, this person said, "All right, yo, let's be serious for a second." Even though she apologized, she was dry talking shit about the girl and brought her up in a combo that had nothing to do with her. Y'all can't just expect someone to move on and not care after you made rude comments about them. I kind of said the same thing, but y'all don't want to listen to me. Okay? What smoke could Cardi possibly give Lotta? The same smoke she gave Bia and JT. I mean, she gotta show her she not pussy, no? Oh man. Sound is bad. Okay, hold on. All right. What about now? You said the sound is bad. What about now? Y'all let me know. Let me know. What about now? What about now? Okay, hold on. Hold on. All right, so let me stop. Let me start over. It's good now. Y'all can let me know. Is it good? Is it good? Better? Okay. Okay, okay, okay. All right, cool. So let me just read. Hold on. For some reason, the connection wasn't good. All right, thank you. Thank you, y'all. Thank you. So what I was reading was people just saying that Cardi B, I mean Lotto is planning on this Big Mama album. I thought she already had an album called Big Mama, but I digress. Saying on this Big Mama album that she's going to be, there's rumors that she's going to be dissing Cardi B. And people are saying, well, don't she got to prove to Cardi she ain't pussy? Now, let me, people are talking about, oh, she came at JT and Bia, okay? Let me just make something very clear. Let me make something very clear to y'all. Lotto ain't Bia, and she ain't JT. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying what she would say, who would get who. I'm just saying this. And you can take this for whatever it is worth. Lotto ain't JT, and she ain't Bia. Okay? That's for damn sure. Hmm. Hold on. Right. So that's my point. Hold on, y'all.
So, in the midst of
Hold on,
Kobe
hold on.
going viral with this tweet, Nicki Minaj
Let me
is
cut off Armand
saying pretty
Wigworm
much the hate doesn't really bother me.
with his flip flopping ass. Hold on. I think I'm just gonna flip the camera around. and show y'all the screen the other way. Like, hold on. There's gonna be some rain, gonna be some pain. Na-na-na-na-na, no. Boy, I will grow. I will be right here. Not a smart move to piss off the two biggest female rap fan bases off. They have to either lean towards the Barbs or Barty Gang. Let's be honest. That's a pretty good point. Pretty good point, Rick. If you're not gonna be a Barb, it's kind of like you're gonna have to be Barty Gang. So then this person said, "Why do y'all think Lotto is still mad at Cardi B? Did I miss something?" I didn't even watch that show because clearly he's devastated and dying for attention. Wait a minute, who? It's time for real about JT let me down. I thought she was gonna come harder. Yeah, I thought she was. Lotto shut Fabio down. He came after her to clown Chase Nikki for another feature. So somebody said, I'm on instigating. Like, hold on. I love how, let me tell you something. One thing that I love that y'all be doing is when people say, oh, it's the YouTuber's fault or it's the blogger's fault. Like, how is it their fault? You know what I'm saying? It's like, how is it their fault? They have to have something to instigate. You know what I mean? They got to have something to instigate. They just can't make shit up. People say, oh, he's just instigating. Well, he's got to have something to instigate, right? He's got to have something to instigate. So then they said, because Lotto popped out and has been loud in her support of other artists' success. I think she's using her pregnancy as an excuse to not perform so that she don't look weak, but also so that she can spin the block when she decides to forgive, aka need Cardi on a song. Hmm. I don't think she's still mad. I just think she doesn't want to pop out showing support right now because fans keep instigating. Lotto hasn't said anything, y'all, really playing games into the Garb's narrative. Wasn't she at a Cardi show recently? Okay. So again, y'all can take with that information what you want. If you don't believe that there's smoke, right? Then just don't believe that there's smoke. Nita, I'm glad you said that because so do I. It becomes a point where people just want to hate, and even if they're gonna tell me that that T song by Miami by Carisha wasn't no good. If JT made that song, all y'all would be clapping your stupid fingers together like Carisha. But since it's Carisha, that's trash. That's trash. But if JT would have made that song, all y'all would be tapping your fingers together. Oh, that's catchy. But just because it's Miami who came up with it, all of a sudden, oh, she need to stop rapping. So Juicy, I know you're saying that, and I know a couple of other people said that, but then there was other people that was debunking that, saying that that wasn't her, saying that was Saucy Santana's friend. Does Lotto have anywhere on her Instagram that she was out at? Because she would put something like that on her Instagram. Did Lotto have anything like that on her Instagram or her Instagram story that she was out at the Little Miss Drama Tour? Because there's some people, Juicy, saying that that was not her. It was like a somebody who looked like her, but they were Saucy Santana's friend. That Young Miami news flash was fire. I'm telling you, Young Miami be coming with some catchy songs. Y'all just don't like her. Y'all just don't like her. I love Young Miami. I'm sorry. I think she's the baddest female rapper. Look wise, she is fine. That sexy ass country voice, her little sassy ass. I'm telling you. Oh my God, she's so fine. I used to thought it was Sweetie. Nah, she overtook Sweetie. She overtook Sweetie for me. It is Carisha now for me. I am full blown Carisha. To me, she's the baddest female rapper right now. She is bad. Bad. Everything about her is bad. Um, I don't think Carly has a real problem with Young Miami. However, Young Miami did used to date Stefan Diggs before Carly. Yes, she did. But she was already dating Stefan Diggs. She didn't know that Stefan Diggs was messing with Cardi B, but she was dating Stefan Diggs before Stefan Diggs started messing with Cardi B, or at least before it became public. Because I heard Stefan Diggs and Cardi B was messing around right after, her and Offset split. But they really didn't go public until that following year. Okay. So if y'all don't think it's smoke, that's cool. You don't gotta think it's smoke. All right. I gotta share this screen because I need to go into this Cardi B tour thingy. Right? Okay. I'm about to share the screen again. Hopefully it don't cut out. All right, hold on. So y'all let me know, please, if it's starting to sound funny. Thank you, Rhonda. I'm glad you said that. So y'all please put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. I don't want to mess up. If y'all can hear me, put a one in the chat because I want to share the screen. I want to make sure y'all can hear me though. Let me close my window. There's gonna be some rain, gonna be some rain. And I know, boy, I won't grow. Thank you, Andrew Thompson. I will right here. Be right here. All right. Yes, people have Diddy-itis when it comes to yams. Y'all need to get exactly. Exactly. Diddy gonna be home soon. What y'all gonna do then? Free Diddy. Free Puff. That's right, I said it. Ain't nobody gonna do a damn thing about it. Free Puff. You can't be a freak no more. You can't have what you can't be a voyeur. You can't have threesomes. You can't watch niggas smash your girl. I'm not. I wouldn't want that, especially somebody as bad as Cassie, and freaking Daphne. Hell no. I don't want. I don't want no other nigga even sniffing her damn drawers. Cassie's so fine. I don't want nobody even sniffing her perfume. Like a nigga be like, oh, she smell nice. I'll be like Scarface. Hey, she's not for you. Shoot, if I had Cassie or Daphne Joy, the moment somebody even said, "Oh, she smells nice. What perfume she wearing?" I've been just like Scarface was with the sister. Hey, leave her alone, man. She's not for you. um, please, no more or less a nigga smashing. Oh hell no, that's a little too freaky for me, sir. I don't want nobody smashing. Nothing I'm smashing. Hell no. I don't know how dudes can do that. Cause I'm telling you right now, the moment you start moaning louder for that nigga, I'm gonna be tight. Be like, wait a minute, you don't be doing that when I be. Oh hell to the no. All right. Like them vocals project. I used to be in a singing group. Now don't play with me when it comes to the vocals. No, I can't sing like I used to, but I can still hold a note. Nah, facing the same punishment as David. Now you tripping. You tripping. David murdered a woman and cut her up and raped a minor. Why would Diddy be facing the same punishment when all he did was bring escorts for his grown girlfriends? David killed a 14-year-old girl. Huh? What? No, he did not. No, he did not. Juicy, he got acquitted for that. So you cannot say that. You cannot say that. He did not try. They did not prove that. They did not prove that. No fingerprints, no eyewitnesses. That was just people's speculation. You can't say that. You cannot say that. Diddy got acquitted of that. They had no proof that he did that. Can't say that. And even that ain't the same thing as David. For you to say that he deserved the same thing David got, you just strictly hate Diddy. This man dismembered a 14-year-old child and was having sex with her when she was 13. Put her in a car, kidnapped her, murdered her, dismembered her body. Even if Diddy did set his car on fire, that is nowhere close to that. That's nowhere close to that. That is a child. That's a dangerous comment. You got some major hate for Diddy, Juicy. Wow. To even um, put the two together, Diddy got convicted for the Mann Act on a charge that you normally get 14 months for. He's already doing more time than what he should have gotten. He's already doing 50 months when he really should only have been doing 14 months. He should have been out already. So they already got him on more time than what he should have. All that other stuff, if you can't prove it, you can't charge him with it. You can't say he did it if you can't prove it. There should have been fingerprints. There was no fingerprints. There was no eyewitness. There was no video. There's no picture. The only fingerprints came back to a woman. The fingerprints on the bottle came back to a woman. And that was a Molotov cocktail. He didn't blow the car up. That wasn't going to kill anybody. That was not going to kill Kid Cudi. It was a Molotov cocktail that pretty much burnt off the roof. That Molotov cocktail was not going to kill anybody. If a kid, y'all make it seem like he blew the car up. He didn't blow the car up. The whoever it was threw a Molotov cocktail. They cut a hole in the roof, and they put a Molotov cocktail in the car. It didn't blow the car up like a bomb. And once again, if they would have proved that, he'd have been in jail for life. But they brought that to the jury. Thank God it was a New York jury who was smart. And the New York jury said, nah, nah, you got to come with some proof. That's why I love being from New York. We don't just go on what y'all niggas on the internet is saying. That's why I'm glad Diddy's trial was in New York. Because if it was Cali or somewhere else, they would have been believing all that bullshit on the internet that nobody was able to prove. Now, should he have gotten convicted of the Mann Act? Yes, you did. He did bring escorts across state lines, and you can't do that. He did bring his girlfriends across state lines and have sex with sex workers. So yes, they was right in convicting him in the Mann Act. However, you should give a man, you should charge a man exactly what you're charging everyone else for the same crime. You can't just, oh, it's Diddy. I don't like Diddy, so I'm going to give him 50 months. No, that's not right. It's not fair. You should give him exactly what you give everybody else. So if everybody else average was 14 months and Diddy didn't make money or even have sex with the sex workers, his girlfriends did. So I'm fine with Diddy getting charged, but you got to be fair. Give him 14 months like you gave everybody else. That man should not be in jail for 50 months. He should not be in jail for 50 months. That is the largest sentence anybody's ever gotten for the Mann Act. There was a pastor, there was a pastor who did who had a minor. A pastor was pimping a minor and making money off of her. He was a man of the cloth. He was pimping a 16-year-old girl and making money off her. He only got 21 months in jail. She was a minor. He was pimping her, and he made millions of dollars. He only got 21 months in jail. And Diddy didn't even have sex with the sex workers. Grown women who wanted to do it, and he got 50 months? That's crazy. After already doing a year? Nah, nah. That's why if he get out next year. If he don't win his appeal, he should be out next year. He should be out next year. Right. They based him on basically who he was, and people didn't like, and what they saw on the internet, and all that stuff they put on the internet came out to be not true. He's just as, that means he's still just as dangerous. What do you mean? Still just as dangerous as what? What do you mean he's still just as dangerous? Just as dangerous as David? How? He didn't commit a murder. He brought sex workers across to have a threesome with his girlfriends. So how is that he's just as dangerous as David? Explain that. So he brought sex workers across state lines to have sex um with his grown girlfriends. And you said he's just as dangerous as David, who kidnapped a child. What? Is static? Static? Y'all let me know if it's static. Static, static, static. Can you hear me? Static, static, static. How is it now? Good. Okay. So again, thank you, Rick. Again, David kidnapped a girl at 13. He took her to California where she was a missing persons. He killed her, lied about it, and then dismembered her body. They said he cut off her fingers, dismembered her body, and then hid her in a car and came back and dismembered some more of her body. Okay? And it was a 14-year-old child. Now, everybody listen to this. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm bugging. We have 100 people in here. Maybe I'm bugging. So y'all heard about what David did, right? Juicy said Puffy deserves the same fate as David. And then she said that means he's just as dangerous as David. So y'all heard about what David did. Now I'm gonna tell you what Diddy did. What Diddy got charged for? He got charged for bringing two grown women who he was dating, right? Who they were dating, who they agreed to have sex with sex workers while he watched. They were never involved in any violence. He never touched them. He never pulled a gun on them. So is Diddy? Maybe I'm bugging. Is Diddy just as dangerous as David? Maybe I'm tripping. Put a one if you think Diddy is just as dangerous as if that same thing that you heard is the same thing. Put a one if you think Diddy should be locked up for life with David, and he's just as dangerous as David. Put a two if that sounds crazy to you. Diddy wasn't charged with murder. He wasn't charged with attempted murder. He didn't lock Cassie up or lock up Jane Doe. That shit is crazy to me. That shit is crazy to me. So now, because you're a freak, you deserve to be treated like a murderer. Wow. Because you have threesomes, you deserve to be treated like a murderer. You're just as dangerous. Mm. Let me see about what this saying about the Cardi B tickets. Can y'all hear me? How come I don't see nobody putting ones and twos? Y'all still can't hear me? Damn, it's still messing up. My mic is going like everything is good. Is it still breaking up? Shit, it ain't take you that long to type. Y'all should be typing one or two. Well, let us tell us something. We typing one or two. Well, how long it take you to type that? And Diddy was having sleepovers with Justin Bieber, and Justin was 13. And again, you don't know what you're talking about, sis. Here's the first thing. Justin was not 13. First of all, when he did 48 Hours with Diddy, he was 16. Second of all, Justin had a chaperone with him. See, that's what people don't want to talk about. Justin, they try to make it seem as though like, oh, Justin Bieber was over there seeing with Diddy. See how you just took the years down and had no regard for the truth? He was not 13, he was 16. You can see the video. On top of that, Justin had a grown chaperone with him. He was not there by himself. A grown chaperone. He did 48 hours with Diddy with him and a grown chaperone. All you gotta do is go back and check the video out. The video's on YouTube. And you could hear him say, him and his boy is here, 48 hours of Diddy. Like, what are we talking about? Again, please. Only thing I ask y'all to do in here with me is not spill misinformation. It's not that hard to not spill misinformation. All you got to do is look it up and just be sure of what you're saying when you say it. Like, people that get abused tend to say that, tend to say what a lot. There was, there was a, tend to say what a lot. What are you talking about? There was a grown ass chaperone with Justin Bieber. They tend to say what a lot. That's just a fact. There was a grown ass chaperone there with him. His parents sent him there. They didn't send him there by himself. Remember, he was only 16. The parents had to agree to him to go. The only ways they agreed for him to go was he had to have an adult with him. Justin Bieber's parents agreed if an adult chaperone went with him. Oh my God. Here we go. Again, once again, not spitting this information. Y'all made fun when he came out. Terry Crews. I didn't make fun of Terry Crews. Oh, you talking about? You said y'all made fun of him. Was you in this? First of all, I never even addressed Terry Crews. So you said y'all made fun of Terry Crews. No, I didn't. I didn't even talk about Terry Crews. So I don't know where the y'all is coming from. We never even discussed Terry Crews in my chat. I never discussed Terry Crews. So I don't know what you're saying. Oh, when they come out, you laugh at them. No, I didn't. I didn't laugh at Terry Crews. I didn't pay no attention to Terry Crews. If he was abused and he got proof he was abused, then he should come out. But that has nothing to do with what you're saying. That has nothing to do with what you're saying. Nothing to do with it. It's two totally different things. You see how this is what happens when y'all don't start off with the truth. Now you're swinging and you're dipping and dodging and you're trying to move goalposts and that. Just lead with the truth. If you lead with the truth, everything else gonna go smooth. That's why I never come in with misinformation. If I don't know about something, I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna bring it up. And I say I didn't. I could have came in here with misinformation about Sexy Red and Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, they got into a fight, but I didn't know about them. So that's why I said, if y'all know their situation, y'all let me know their situation, cause I don't know about their situation. I could have been in here like, yeah, I heard they were fighting over a nigga. You know what I mean? Just to capping, just to make it exciting. No, I don't leave with misinformation. And if I don't know about it, I'll look it up if I'm interested in it. I just don't really not at all interested in Megan Thee Stallion or Sexy Red. But anything else, I'm going to look it up. See, if I didn't look that up, if I didn't know that, you would have came in here and I would have been like, word? He had a sleepover when Justin was 13? See, I would have been believing you. But you see, I do my own research. I do my own research. What up, young Riaz? I do my own research. I don't believe what I hear on the internet. Or else I would have been believing that there was a whole bunch of celebrity sex tapes and minors at Diddy's house that they got on tape. See, if I was just believing the internet and not doing my research and not going to the trial, right, then I would have been believing them same things that you believe in. But I went to the trial and I read the documents. And in those documents, not one time you had 39 witnesses in the Diddy trial. 39 witnesses. 12 of them, no, how many escorts? So far, all 12 escorts that Diddy used has come out and done some sort of interview, right? Every escort that went to court They asked him, did Diddy touch you? Never. Exactly, Elite. If there was minors involved, they wanted to nail Diddy to the cross. If there was minors or other celebrities, trust me, they would have brought it up and they would have nailed him to the cross. Is 16 not a minor? Justin Bieber was not in the trial. I'm talking about a trial. I'm talking about a trial. And like I said, he was 16 once you first said he was 13, but then when you see that I know what I'm talking about, he was 16. Yes, he was there, but he was there with an adult. He was there with an adult. That's just like a 16-year-old going to a rated R movie. They can't go in there unless they have an adult. Under 17, not permitted without an adult. So back when we used to go to R-rated movies, unless we was an adult, we couldn't get into an R-rated movie. But if we had a parent or a guardian with us, they could bring us into an R-rated movie. So yes, Justin was 16, but his parents sent an adult with him, or else she wasn't going to let him go. Justin Bieber has had hands-on parents ever since the beginning. And they sent his chaperone with him. His chaperone was a grown man. But in the trial, Justin Bieber was not mentioned in the trial. No minors were mentioned in the trial. I saw the entire trial. There was no minors mentioned in the trial. There was no other celebrities mentioned in the trial. If there was, trust me, the government would have made sure they brought that up because they wanted to put Diddy in jail for life and they wanted to take all his assets and all his money and freeze his accounts and break him and bankrupt him. But thank God New York got smart people and they listened to the evidence and they listened to what could be proven and what couldn't be proven. And they listened and said, sorry, we don't believe you. We don't believe you. They gave all the evidence about Kid Cudi and blowing up the car, this, that, and the other, went to the house. Okay. No fingerprints? No. No eyewitnesses? No. Did Kid Cudi see him in the house? No. What about fingerprints on the bottle? Came back to a woman. That don't sound like Diddy did it to me. Gotta prove it, man. Gotta prove it. You gotta prove it. And like I said, I'm glad he was in New York because we don't believe just anything. We don't believe in conspiracy theories. You got to prove it to me. Have some proof. Have some sort. You got an eyewitness. You got a photo. You got a video. You got evidence. You got stories that match up. Anything? They was up there telling three different stories. How did he dangle somebody over a balcony when him and Cassie was in California? Was in New York. This chick said he dangled her over a balcony in California on September 29th. Nicole Westmoreland tore her ass up. Nicole Westmoreland said September 29th? Yeah, I remember the date because I took a picture that day. I took a picture of the bruise that he put on me. And it said September 29th. Nicole Westmoreland said, so September 29th, 2019, she went back and said, well, here's is the hotel reservations in New York for Sean Combs and Cassie. So not only was Sean Combs not in New York, neither was Cassie. And you told me that Cassie saw it. So not only was she lying, Cassie was sitting up there lying and got $20 million off them lies. But that's all right. Cassie ain't gonna hold on to that money. God ain't gonna let her keep that money because she got up there and lied for that money. She got up there and lied and sued that man for $20 million when she know that if Puffy would have left Kim Porter and married her, she'd have never said nothing. So she got that $20 million from lying. Her and Brianna Bogelin and the other one all had three different stories. You watch what I tell you. That man gonna divorce her and take half her bread. Watch what I tell you. That man's gonna divorce her after hearing all them things at that trial. He gonna say, "I'm sorry. It was just too much for me to overcome. It was too much for me to overcome. I'm leaving, and I want half the money." Okay. All right. So let me go to this tour data. Right. Tour data. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So Cardi B finishes the first leg of her tour with 70 million on the first leg, and she ends up setting a record, right, for first leg of a tour. Now, a lot of Barbs heard that and they didn't like it. They didn't like it, y'all. They didn't like it. Okay? But let me see. Let me type in tour data, Cardi B. So tour data is the official, right? Here we go. Why are Nicki Minaj fans so concerned? So here's touring data, and it says Little Miss Drama, 70.03 million revenue. North America, 453,000 tickets sold. 35 out of 35 reported shows sold out. Okay? So people are saying, oh no, she didn't do that. Tour data was lying. They said Tour data was lying. She really didn't do 70 million. She only did 69 million. Okay? Nicki Minaj fans saying, oh no, she only did 69.54, right? And 432,000 tickets sold. All right? But touring data put this number up. Touring data says Cardi B earned most attended U.S. concert of all time on February 13th, 2026. 14,439 tickets sold at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas as part of the Little Miss Drama Tour. So it says Cardi B, Little Miss Drama Tour is officially the first tour by a female rapper to average over 2 million in the US with 2.42553 per night. Okay. Now, let me go over the tweet. Hold on. Let me go over the tweet that I was replying to. So somebody, I'm sure, was a Nicki Minaj fan who y'all all of them say that they don't care and to send the third, but Nicki Minaj is not on. She's not in music anymore. That's the reason why Complex. That's why I wanted to go over with Complex. A lot of people said, "Oh, they just hating. Why didn't they even have Nicki Minaj on the list?" Because Nicki Minaj said she's no longer a rapper. She has now have another calling. Remember, she went live and said she's not a rapper anymore. This is another calling for her. Okay. So now here's the thing. Mm, I want to go over the actual tweet. Mm-mm-mm. All right, so let me find it. I can't find it. All right, so shout out to Bonafide Beauty, Rap Girls Caviar. So let me hold on. Let me read what she put. She said the $70 million standard, case closed. Since some of you are still auditioning for the Twilight Zone with these conspiracy theories, let's do a final welfare check on facts. Let me show the screen. Hold on. A final welfare check on facts. First, let's address the discredit playbook. Hold on. Back then, y'all were posting $200 screenshots trying to claim the tour was cheap, even though those were limited view seats sold only because the demand was literally breaking the venue capacity. Now that the official total is in at 70 million, you've pivoted to Live Nation is padding the numbers and Atlantic paid for seat fillers. Let's use some common sense. I know it's hard. The math. Whether you like it or not, 70 million to 67 million. She outgrossed the first US leg of PF2 with fewer shows. That is a statistical fact, not a fan page opinion. The seat filler delusion. You swear she's broke and indebted to her label, but then claim Atlantic spent millions of dollars out of their own pocket to fill 35 arenas just for the aesthetic? Labels are businesses, not charities. They don't buy seats for artists they aren't making money from. Pick a struggle and stay there. The spite narrative. Imagine being so delusional you think thousands of people dropped $1,000 plus on VIP tickets just to be petty. In this economy, no, they paid because they wanted to see the biggest female rap tour of the year. Every single stop is on film. 4K footage, packed arenas, real reviews, and documented box office records. You can't bot a physical body into a stadium seat. It's the same old story. When anyone else wins, it's competition. When Cardi wins, it's cheating. You aren't mad at the data. You're mad that your downfall prayers went unanswered. Keep obsessing over the rafters while she keeps zooming to the bank. The case is closed. That was a nice drag. That was a nice drag. That was a nice drag. And again, let's just give Cardi B credit. That's all. Nicki Minaj still has the highest gross tour. She had more shows. She had the highest gross tour. Let Cardi B have the uh the highest gross first leg of a tour. Like, I don't understand. What is the problem? Nicki Minaj still has the highest gross female rap tour. But y'all don't even want Cardi B to have the highest average. But that's what it comes out to. The highest average of tickets. It's truth. So the real numbers is 70 million. That's what Tour Data said. 70 million. That doesn't take away from Nicki Minaj and what she did on the PF2 tour. I swear, man, y'all gotta make these fans gotta make everything a competition. Like, just like they were trying to tell me, this whole Rihanna fan, you're trying to take credit from Rihanna. No, I'm not. If anybody saw that tweet, right? If anybody saw that tweet, I said Rihanna is an amazing artist. I said Rihanna is an amazing pop artist. Rihanna is an amazing mogul. I said, and an amazing person from what it seems. I don't know her, but from everything I've heard, she's an amazing person, amazing pop artist, an amazing mogul, right? She's just not Beyonce. How is that discrediting Rihanna? I had this girl writing novels. Yo, you're not Rihanna Navy. You're trying to discredit. Where is that discrediting? Where did I discredit Rihanna? I said Rihanna, actually, I'm more of a Rihanna fan than a Beyonce fan. I always have been. But I'm also more of a Kobe Bryant fan than I am a Michael Jordan fan. But I'm not going to say that Kobe Bryant was better than Michael Jordan just because I'm a Kobe Bryant fan. So how am I discrediting Rihanna when I said she is an amazing artist? She's an amazing pop artist. She's an amazing mogul. She's an amazing person. She's just not Beyonce. There's no shame in that. Nobody's Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why people just can't do it. That's like saying Nia Long. Um, Nia Long is fine, but in my opinion, talk about in their prime. Nia Long was fine, but she just wasn't Holly Berry. How is that discrediting Nia Long? She's still fine. She just ain't as fine as Holly Berry was in her prime. That's not saying Nia Long ain't fine. That's not discrediting Nia Long. Right. I mentioned that, Nita. Definitely. I definitely mentioned that. So, anyway, y'all. We might be back tonight, 8 o'clock. We'll see. We'll see. I just wanted to come on and do this stream. Thank y'all for joining me. Make sure you to join the Patreon. I got the crazy exclusive videos there. I just put up a video about Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, and Sally Richardson and the sex dungeon. So y'all go on Patreon and check that out because don't nobody else got that story. I exclusively got that story from the horse's mouth. And anybody that was around in the late 90s, early 2000s know about Sally Richardson and the way she used to give it up. So very interesting video. I also got that the Rihanna story about what happened after Rihanna got shot, before got shot at, and what happened in the time after her house got shot at and her leaving. I have the time frame of the 3 hours, what she was doing those 3 hours before she left out of California. That's on the Patreon. All right. So anyway, we might be back later. All right. We might be back later. I thank all y'all, man, for joining me. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. We'll catch you on the next one.